Hello, Kako. Today I'd like to share with you my UDL inspired accessibility project called QR Code Navigation System. The project overview was to create more accessible ways for students who are with vision impairments by installing QR codes on doors that allows them to scan and provide them descriptions of where they're at, nearby areas, and the purpose of the location. And for this, I did use Universal Design for Learning as a base, so they could have, which provides students receive information in multiple flexible formats that meet a wide range of needs. I did focus on four specific video checkpoints. 1.1, which will allow us to have a custom display or allow users to choose how and when to listen. 1.2, alternatives for visual info or audio instead of text. 1.3, alternatives for auditory info, so there'll be transcripts available. And 7.2, relevance and authenticity, or which will be a real community impact. Because my vision, there's a bigger point to this vision, and we'll learn about that as we go through these slides. So the goal of this project was to address the lack of accessible navigation for students who are blind or have low vision in a school filled with visual signs. So in my school, as you can see in this image, there were labeled all these signs, and that was the step the school had made for the purpose of for people who have low vision. Or since we do actually have a few students, one student in particular that has a very I think he's at 2400 vision at the moment. So anything smaller than those large signs, he really can't make out, and he has to be super close to them. Um, that was their step into making sure that we meet the needs for him. And so I wanted to take a step further by adding the QR codes to these signs. And my if this project had gotten approved from our school administration, I actually want to go even further later on and label the braille embossing to our doors and to our and other signage around the school, just like how you would see if you went to like state buildings or other schools or places where there is like a braille need. For implementation, my mantra was keep it simple, silly, and keeping it low cost. Like I said, I wasn't sure this would get approved or not. So basically, the sign is there on this on the building, and I was just starting with the high school side because I wanted to show the example. And so, as you can see in the image to the right, the QR code is not too small but not too big, and it's situated right at the corner of each sign, and that'll give the students the chance to sign. These signs are not high up; they're like really, I think they're like 3 feet above the floor level for these buildings that we have, or the trader classrooms, as we call them. And how it would work is the student would just scan it, and there'll be a sample audio. The audio will come on, and it would let them know, like, hey, you're at room 210, the biology lab. This room is used for science classes and is across from the library. The main office is to your right. And so other features would have there'll be an audio with a plus optional text. It works with any reader. No special app is needed, and it can be used for headphones for privacy. So unfortunately, the project did not get approved. Um, when discussing the reason and the outcome, our school does have a no cell phone policy that especially they're going to implement next year, where the students have to deposit their cell phones in a bag and it's locked to the end of the day. Um, so this would go against that. So when we talked more about why I wanted to do this and what was my next step, the school did feel that that would probably be a better approach to start with. So my next steps now is start working on the cost for the braille embossing, how can it be implemented, what's the time frame, and then we submit that proposal to my school administration. So maybe my QR code was not the best fit for right now, but hey, we looked at the whole possible picture and they liked the braille embossing idea. So at least something's moving forward to provide better accessibilities for those with low vision or that are blind. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please email me at olero@hawaii.edu.